Ladies and gentlemen, g'day, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Economics Mate, and welcome back to another video here in World of Tanks Blitz. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to scout in a light tank. Now, my good friend Fabernacle, he already made a video regarding scouting and positioning and whatnot. He gave his take on it, and it was very, very well done. If you haven't watched it, go and watch that video. It's very, very good. In today's video, though, I'm going to be showcasing my take on how to scout and how you would perform in a light tank, and what's the best way, basically, or the best sort of positions that you can take in order to basically perform your best when you're playing in a light tank and playing the role of a scout. Playing the role of a scout is very, very important. I'm going to pause the video just for a second here. Okay. Let's just. I'm going to move up here. So where you see I am right now, this position right here, on the hill, right? So, on the hill here, right, it's sort of in an area where you are protected in a hold-down position to some extent. Now, do keep in mind, I'm playing in the Sheridan. The Sheridan doesn't have an incredible armor profile. It's got very troll armor because it's got, like, spaced armor here and there, but it's not, obviously, it's not going to bounce shots if you play hold-down. But the whole point of the hold-down position where I am right now, if I continue with my thing right there, you can see the Waffenträger hit me right there, and the WZ, well, the Waffenträger tried to hit me, but he actually missed, and the WZ 120 actually managed to hit me. I tried to shoot a shot there, but obviously it didn't go through. So, as you can see, I've chosen a position on this map where I'm going to basically use my vehicle's view range to its fullest extent. I'm a light tank. I need to make sure that I play the role of a light tank and not the role of a medium or a heavy tank. Because the roles of a medium and a heavy tank are usually to flank and to push. Whereas with a light tank, as you can see what I'm doing right now in the Sheridan, I'm doing my level best to keep those two tanks spotted. Specifically, we're talking about the WZ 120 and, of course, the Waffenträger of Panzer IV. But, as you can see, the WZ is no longer spotted, so therefore we're going to make our way around the map in a sneaky sort of position in order for us to spot the other tanks, so our team are able to actually do some damage. Now, I'm going to use the bushes. It's very, very important. Whenever you're scouting in a light tank, if you have soft cover, like bushes and trees and grubs and whatnot, use that to your advantage. As you can see right now, I've spotted the WZ. He's obviously spotted me. The Minotauro's on my side here, but I'm keeping my eye on the Minotauro whilst having my eyes on the WZ. I'm keeping these two tanks spotted so my team can assist me in destroying these tanks. Now, I do get a shot from the WZ. He's not running the 120mm. It's clearly he's running the 105mm. I do bounce a shot, but I'm keeping my eye out on that Minotauro. It's very important. He's clearly got more hit points than I do. I do end up clearing the WZ, which is exactly what I wanted, but because I kept that Minotauro spotted, my team was able to basically put him down to a one-shot. Now, what I do is I switch to the HE, which guarantees me a kill. Unfortunately, the VK7201K does, in fact, finish off the Minotauro. But you saw what I did there. At the very beginning of the game, as you saw, I was scouting that hill because I knew that they were going to be coming through that area of the map, which you saw that there was a WZ-120, there was the Waffenträger of Panzer IV, there was the the FV4005. They were coming in from that direction, and I wanted to make sure that I kept them spotted for my team. And I obviously kept them spotted and did some damage to them, so therefore they were forced to basically go back into hiding and hide in that position. Now, the E100 is unfortunately AFK, which for me is great because it means I can get some more damage into him. I get a nice 538 damage shot into him. But obviously, unfortunately, it means that, we're going to be unable to do much damage other than that. But obviously, as you can see, we do end up killing the tank, or the E100. I do 3,253 damage, which is great. It's fine, but a bit disappointing that he is AFK, so I don't get to spot him and whatever. Anyway, regardless, the point I'm trying to make is it's essential that as a light tank, you play the role of a scout. You need to make sure that that you assist your team in any way, shape, or form that you can. As you can see from my good friend, MC Legend, aka MC Ren, he's playing in his WZ132-1 Futuro. I know that's very much sounds like a Japanese term, but trust me, it isn't. Now, on this particular map right here, there are many spots on this map specifically that you can actually go and spot very, very effectively, and you can use your light tank as a scout. As you can see, what he did there was very, very smart. He basically shot a shot into that shed so he gets a clear view of when those heavy tanks come through. So, as you can see on his left, there is an STB1 who wants to go hold down there. He does end up spotting the WZ113. He won't be able to... Oh, he gets a nice shot there, actually. Oh, I take it back. He actually does manage to actually shoot that shot there. That was pretty good. Wasn't expecting that to go in, but it did. He does spot the E100. He tries to get a spot there, but obviously... He tries to get a shot, but obviously it does not go through. As you can see, he's using the hard cover of the house over there to obviously hide himself from the tanks. He's also using the soft cover right there in the bushes in order to improve his camouflage rating. So therefore, because it's a light tank, your concealment actually, or rather your camo resets after about 8 seconds. He does end up actually shooting that shot, which was great. As you can see, that little icon there on top means that this tank is running a special ability known as effective concealment, which means he actually has a much better camo rating than a standard light tank, which means that you basically reset your camouflage a lot quicker, or rather slightly quicker than a normal light tank at tier 10 does. He does get a bit of a nasty shot from the AMX. The AMX does actually bounce him, which was very, very interesting to see. I was not expecting the AMX to bounce that shot there, but he's using his tank very, very effectively. He's basically peekabooming right now because he does not have the armor profile to basically go full on and brawl. Now, he can use his tank right now in a bit of a in a very careful position. He obviously can't overexpose himself too much, but he's keeping that E100 spotted. I wouldn't recommend doing that in a light tank, just sitting there and spotting those tanks, especially when there's heavies. But considering the way this battle is turning, obviously it's probably a good idea that he keeps doing what he does. Now, in terms of obviously scouting, he's done a good job at the beginning of this game to actually scout and actually spot the heavy tanks that were coming through. Now, what he's going to do right now is going to keep this E100 spotted, obviously. He's going to track him. No, he's going to try. He gets a decent shot on the lower plate there. Very, very interesting to see that. He does keep that E100 spotted. He does get a nasty shot on the rear of his tank right there. Now he's going to move up. And, ooh, that's a bit of an unlucky shot there. He gets a track of that Bachation instead of actually penning and taking him out. But the T60 the way does actually kill him. Now, what you see right here is a perfect example of, it's a 2 versus 5 scenario. Well, now it's a 1 versus 5 scenario. And MC can basically just use his light tank, abilities to basically drive very, very fast into the enemy and basically kill him, which he does. He kills that TVP and does 3,965 damage, which is very, very nice in a tier 10 game, especially when you're going in a tier 10 light tank. So very, very well done there, my friend. He does get a mastery 1. He's got a level 1 mastery, which is nice. My point I'm trying to make is, it's very, very important when you're scouting in a tank, especially in a light tank, because that's what light tanks are for. You want to make sure that you play the role of a scout effectively. You don't want to overextend yourself. You don't want to basically showcase more than you need to showcase. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the T49, for instance, right? This tank right here is an awesome example of what happens when you have incredible, top speed and acceleration. You have a decent gun, and in this case, it's a derp gun. I mean, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It is a derp gun, But nonetheless, I'm going to showcase to you live gameplay of how I tend to scout. As you saw in my first replay, when I was talking about the Sheridan, you saw that I went into one specific part of the map and I kept constantly keeping those tanks ahead of me spotted. So therefore, obviously, the enemy team can remain spotted and my team can actually get the kills, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. Now, we're playing on Port Bay. It's a supremacy match, right? We are top tier at the moment, which is fantastic. It's what you want, especially when you're playing in a T49. Doesn't really have the best amount of penetration. I want to point that out there. It doesn't really have the best amount of penetration. So, yeah, it's interesting to say the least. Now, I'm going to make my way with the T49 over there, and I'm going to be going towards the C cap. But I'm not going towards the C cap entirely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go under the bridge and make my way around here, because I know for a fact that there's going to be another light tank there, and I'm going to use my top speed in order to spot. So I'm going to make my way around here. I'm going to use my top speed. There you go. I've spotted 2 tanks at the moment. Well, I spotted 1 tank, not 2 tanks. I spotted the WZ122. There is the T54 lightweight. I get a shot, but obviously that is not going to penetrate whatsoever. I want to obviously go back down so I can reset my camouflage. But as you can see, this here is the perfect example of how to spot in a light tank. And it's very, very important that you position your tank in a way where you are not going to be spotted. Now, obviously the WZ has decided to come this way, and I'm not going to try and engage in a battle with him. I'm going to make my way around here, because I know for a fact I won't be able to out DPM any of those tanks, because they have a lot better DPM than I do. There is, of course, the VK015. I'm going to shoot him. Unfortunately, that does not hit. I do get a hit from the back from the WZ, but I'm going to make my way around here, and lo and behold, there's a T34. Hello, my friend. And he basically goes around there, so that's understandable. Let's have a look. So again, I want to basically use my light tank in order to spot tanks around here. Now, I want to keep this T34 spotted. Obviously, his turret is turned towards the end. I want to switch to the HE. It does not pen, unfortunately. I'm going to make my way around here. Go to the old swiggeroos.
Track it.
That didn't pen. Unfortunately, that did not pen. Now, obviously, he's a big, fat, heavy tank with a very, very slow turret turning. So he's going to have a hard time trying to move his turret around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way around here towards the back. Get a nice HE shot, and I've got him on fire. Look at that, 1,000 damage. Oh my God, how about them apples? And I do end up getting killed by the VK16801P. But I'll tell you what, that, my friends, is a nice example of a HE shot. Good old, what do you call it? Butt sex right there. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that gives you a better insight on how to scout, essentially. Look, I'm no Fabernacle. Unfortunately, I do not have that level of skill as he does. But I do have experience and I do have insights on how to play certain tanks. And as you saw right there in those replays, and then you saw that live gameplay, playing a light tank is essential in the, basically the you're determining how the team is going to perform. If you basically spot every single tank as you should, or you spot tanks in a certain position using your hard cover, using your soft cover, moving in and out of hard cover, soft cover, you're going to do just fine, and everyone is going to be happy, because it means that you're going to be performing very, very well. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Thank you all for watching, and a massive, massive thank you for all subscribing. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.